Have you ever caught a younger woman smiling at you and instantly brushed it off as simple courtesy? Maybe you told yourself it was nothing, just being polite. But what if I told you that smile might mean far more than you think? In today's video, we're diving deep into what's really going on when a younger woman smiles at an older man. We'll reveal the hidden messages and surprising truths behind those glances, things most men miss completely. And once you see the signs for what they really are, your confidence and awareness will shift forever. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see those smiles in a whole new light. Let's jump in. Reason number 1, stability is a powerful attraction. Many men overlook just how deeply women value stability in a partner. While younger men often chase thrills, charm, or surface-level attraction, they miss one of the most compelling forces of true allure: emotional, mental, and financial steadiness. In a world full of chaos and unpredictability, a man who offers calm and consistency naturally stands out. Younger women may not always verbalize it, but they instinctively gravitate toward men who bring a sense of safety, not just in terms of money, but through their overall presence. Emotional stability, in particular, is becoming increasingly rare. The ability to stay grounded under pressure, to handle setbacks without unraveling, is a powerful display of maturity. Most young men still wrestle with their emotions, letting jealousy, anger, or insecurity control their behavior. But a man who can stay centered and calm when faced with difficulty gives off a quiet, powerful confidence. He doesn't react out of fear. He doesn't panic when a woman becomes distant. His emotional control fosters trust, making him a steadfast presence in a world rife with uncertainty. Women notice the difference, even if they can't immediately explain it. They sense his inner calm, his patience, and the quiet resilience in the way he moves through the world. It makes them feel safe, grounded, and drawn in. True mental stability isn't just about intellect, it's about having a centered, composed mindset that comes from real-life experience. Where many younger men are still searching for identity, reacting impulsively, or needing constant validation, a stable man radiates certainty. He doesn't chase approval, nor is he thrown off by every emotional wave. His presence speaks of wisdom, maturity, and a strong sense of self. These are traits that women naturally admire, because they signal leadership, security, and depth. Financial stability often gets mistaken for just having money. But it's more than that. It's about discipline, foresight, and consistency. A man who manages his finances with intention, who plans rather than drifts, and who stays out of chaos shows a kind of reliability that runs deep. It's not his wealth that impresses, it's the self-control behind it. A man like this invests in his growth. He doesn't rely on chance or trends, but on choices and clarity. That quiet control over his life, his emotions, and his future is what earns a woman's respect, often before she even realizes it. In a world full of uncertainty, especially among the young who are still finding their path, such grounded stability is rare. Most are caught up in confusion, reacting to life instead of shaping it. But the man who remains steady through storms, who doesn't flinch under pressure, becomes something else entirely, a calming presence. Women feel it even before they understand it. There's a shift in energy when they speak to a man who doesn't need to prove anything. He listens more than he talks. He's secure, not showy. And somehow, in his quiet confidence, he makes her smile without even trying. Attraction goes far beyond looks, charisma, or momentary thrill. It's rooted in presence. A man who has cultivated emotional, mental, and financial stability becomes naturally compelling. He doesn't pursue. He doesn't crave validation. He navigates life with quiet confidence, and that unshakable steadiness makes him irresistibly magnetic. Reason number 2, older men stand out from younger men. In today's world, many younger men are still finding their footing, grappling with insecurity, chasing validation, and struggling to define who they are. Their confidence often feels borrowed or performative, not lived. It shows in how they constantly check their phones, stumble over conversations, or try too hard to be funny, charming, or impressive. They fill silences with nervous chatter, scan for approval in every glance, and rely on social media reactions to feel valuable. You can sense their inner turbulence. Then, she meets an older man, and everything shifts. He's composed, centered, and grounded in who he is. There's no fidgeting, no desperate attempts to win her over with punchlines or praise. He listens. He holds eye contact. He speaks with calm certainty, not to impress, but because he means what he says. He doesn't dominate the room, yet somehow, everyone feels his presence. It's not loud or flashy. It's real. Unlike the younger men she's used to, he doesn't chase. He doesn't seek approval or fear silence. He's lived enough life to know that true confidence doesn't need an audience, it just is. His calm energy doesn't beg for attention, it quietly commands respect. And that quiet strength is rare. He's not glued to his phone, crafting witty messages or checking if she's online. He doesn't flinch when she takes time to reply. He doesn't flood her inbox trying to keep her interested. Instead, he moves through the world with intentionality. He isn't trying to be liked, he simply is, and that alone makes her curious. This difference is what draws her in. She's spent years surrounded by men who overcompensate, overthink, and overpromise. But now, she's face to face with a man who doesn't play that game. He offers a presence that's steady, quiet, and confident, and incredibly rare. There's power in his stillness, magnetism in his restraint. He doesn't try to entertain her. He just exists in her space with quiet certainty, and somehow, that's more intriguing than any performance. It's not just his experience, wisdom, or stability that captivates her, it's the contrast. The way he makes her feel something different. Grounded. Curious. Safe. Challenged. Intrigued. She finds herself wondering, who is this man? And why can't I stop thinking about him? Reason number 3, confidence is highly attractive. Picture a man standing in a coffee shop line. He's not scrolling through his phone or adjusting his stance to seem taller. He's simply present, grounded, relaxed, and quietly self-assured. His movements are unhurried. He speaks to the barista with calm clarity, then waits, still and composed. He doesn't seek attention, yet somehow, attention finds him. A young woman nearby catches herself glancing over, a faint smile forming before she even realizes it. She's reacting not to anything he's done, but to who he is. This is the subtle gravity of real confidence, not the loud, performative kind, but the inner stillness that comes with age and experience. Younger men often chase validation. Older men have outgrown that chase. They've stumbled, learned, and refined themselves through life's trials. Now, they walk through the world with a quiet certainty that doesn't need to explain itself. They don't fill silences with nervous chatter. They don't fumble to justify their actions or look for reassurance in others' reactions. They've made peace with themselves, and that peace radiates outward. They don't try to impress, and that's exactly why they leave an impression. Women sense this. Even when they can't put it into words, they feel it. Confidence speaks through body language, eye contact, and the way a man carries himself, all without needing to announce itself. There's no hint of desperation, no hunger for approval, no calculated charm. Just calm presence and quiet strength. While many men spend their lives trying to stand out, the truly confident man doesn't try at all. He simply is, and that makes all the difference. Confidence isn't bravado, it's authenticity. It's the ease of a man who knows who he is and feels no urge to prove it. And that kind of man doesn't just attract a glance, he leaves a lasting impression, one that lingers long after he's gone. Reason number 4, she genuinely finds you attractive. There's a widespread myth that once a man reaches a certain age, his attractiveness starts to fade. That youth is the golden ticket, and aging is a slow slide into invisibility. But that couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, many younger women are not only open to older men, they're drawn to them. And it's not in spite of your age, it's because of it. With age often comes a level of depth that younger men simply haven't developed yet. Experience, self-awareness, emotional control, and the ability to navigate life with calm clarity, all of these traits carry a powerful allure. Sure, physical appearance plays a role. But it's not about having the sharpest jawline or the latest fashion trend. It's the subtle things: salt and pepper hair, a clean shave or a well-maintained beard, a timeless style, that suggest maturity, presence, and self-respect. These qualities speak louder than loud fashion or flashy bravado ever could. But most importantly, it's about how you carry yourself. A man who knows who he is doesn't chase attention or try to prove his worth. His confidence is quiet. His energy is grounded. He's not reactive, he's composed. He listens more than he speaks. And when he speaks, his words carry weight because they come from experience, not ego. That kind of presence is rare. And it's magnetic. You see, society often pushes the narrative that desirability peaks in your 20s or 30s. But that only applies to those who haven't grown into their full potential. An older man who has done the inner work, who's emotionally intelligent, patient, and stable, that man stands out in a world of noise. And younger women notice. That smile she gives you? It's not just courtesy. It could be curiosity, respect, genuine attraction. She sees a man who has lived, who understands himself, and who no longer needs approval to feel valuable. The only thing holding many older men back is their own disbelief. They buy into the lie that aging is a disadvantage. But once you start owning your age, your wisdom, and your steady presence, you'll realize that your appeal hasn't faded, it's just finally fully formed. As we wrap up, remember this: when a younger woman smiles at an older man, it's rarely random. It's often a quiet signal of curiosity, admiration, or attraction to the calm strength that comes with age. Too many older men dismiss these moments. But the truth is, where youth brings energy, age brings depth, emotional stability, presence, and quiet confidence. That's what makes you stand out. The key isn't whether she smiles, it's how you respond. A man who knows his worth doesn't seek validation. He simply receives the moment with self-assured ease. So next time it happens, don't brush it off. Acknowledge it, not with ego, but with self-respect. If this struck a chord, drop a comment, share your story, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. See you in the next one.